Good morning, children. Shall we start lesson number 1's revision we have completed. Now today we will start the second lesson, that is adaptations in plants. First you need to read the whole lesson. Complete lesson you read twice, thrice, and then you go for the question and answers. You have the question answers in your classwork book. Go through it. Start by hearting all the question answers. Okay, along with the spellings, write those question answers 2 times, 3 times, in any way, either in the rough notebook or anywhere you can write and do the practice of writing. So we will read the question and answers today. Open the page number 195, second lesson. You can see the picture also here. First picture you can see here. This picture, observe this picture. Plants. It is all about the plants growing in a water, high mountain hilly areas, and then plain areas. So those are the habitats of the plants, and then observe all the plants which are in the plains. It is given in the page number 195, and the plants which are growing on the hilly areas also, pine, fir, cedar, these are the plants are growing. And remember the diagrams also. When you observe the picture, you please remember that and try to draw the diagrams also, so that you will remember perfectly. The cactus and the plants in deserts. This is very important. So cactus, date and palm. You can see the cactus which is given. The opuntia also I drew when I was explaining this lesson. Must be remembering that also. And plants in areas of high rainfall. That also. Wheat, rice, rubber, teak. These are the plants growing in the high rainfall areas. Then plants in muddy swamps. On the mangrove plant we have here in the textbook. There are many plants are there which are growing in the muddy swamps. We can remember only one example, that is mangrove tree. Okay, plants in coastal areas also, coconut tree. Open page number, turn the page number 198. Coastal areas, coconut trees are growing in plenty, abundant. Then okay, so you have to see the tree trunk and the leaves also of this coconut tree. Okay, observe that. Then coming to the aquatic plants, plants which are fixed plants, then floating plants, and then underwater plants. Floating plants are the examples of duckweed and water hyacinth are the examples of the floating plants. Fixed plants are the water lily and lotus. These are the plants. You can observe the diagram. Diagrams are very important in the science. Whenever you are writing, wherever the diagrams are necessary, there you have to draw the diagram. So, and underwater plant or submerged plants. Underwater plants or submerged plants, you can see the examples are tape grass and pondweed. These are the two examples are there. Please observe these plant adaptations in plants. Wherever it is necessary, you need to draw the diagram and write the answers. Okay, shall we start reading the question and answer? Here I gave you few questions. What are the adaptations? What are adaptations? You too open your classwork book. Plants have special features that help them survive in their environment. These special features are called adaptations. Twice I'll read the answers. Plants have special features that help them survive in their environment. These special features are called adaptations. What are adaptations in plants growing on mountain and hilly areas? Second question. Plants growing on mountains and hilly areas have adaptations that help them to live in such cold, dry places. They are tall, straight and shaped like a cone so that the snow slides off easily. Second point is the leaves of these trees are needle-like and have a waxy coating. This stops them from losing water and to prevent any damage from snow. Examples are pine, spruce, cedar and deodar are the examples of these plants. Once again I will read this. So plants growing on mountains and hilly areas have adaptations that help them to live in such cold and dry areas. They are tall, straight and shaped like cone so that the snow slides off easily. The leaves of these trees are needle-like and have a waxy coating. This stops them from losing water and to prevent any damage from snow. Example pine, spruce, cedar and deodar. What are the features of desert plants? The desert plants have special features that help them to live in very dry conditions. They are 1. The spines prevent the loss of water from the plant surface. Second point is the stem is thick and fleshy because it stores water. The roots are long in order to help them reach out for the water deep in the ground. All these features help the plant store the little water it gets. The stem of the desert plant contains chlorophyll, so it makes food for the plant. So these are the special features of desert plants. You need to draw a diagram of any cactus, any desert plants. You can draw diagram. It will be very easy for you to understand and write the answers. What are the features of desert plants? So the plant which is there in the textbook, you can see and draw the diagram. Upon Shia I do when I was explaining this lesson, you can draw that, or any cactus you can draw and show. Even the aloe vera also is one of the desert plant. You can draw that also and write. The desert plants have special features that help them to live in very dry conditions. They are: the spines prevents the loss of water from the plant surface. The stem is thick and fleshy because it stores water. The stem is thick and fleshy because it stores water. The roots are long in order to help them reach out for the water deep in the ground. Means how much, whatever the amount of water, little amount of water also it will absorb, and to get that it will be going deep inside the ground. Then all the features help the plant. All these features help the plant store the little water it gets. The stem of the desert plant contains chlorophyll, so it makes food for the plant. Right? Now fourth question, how are the conditions in muddy swamps? How does a mangrove tree adapt to the conditions? and up to the conditions there. So answer, the conditions in muddy swamps are the soil is very sticky and clayey and has a lot of water in it. Air cannot reach the roots. The tree has roots that grow out of the soil. They are called breathing roots. They absorb the air that the tree needs. Okay. Now name the 3 types of aquatic plants with an example for each. There are 3 types of aquatic plants. They are floating, fixed and underwater or submerged plants. So you can give the floating duckweed, you can give fixed water lily, you can give, then underwater or submerged plants you can give the tape grass and the pondweed. These are the examples of each. Now you have to recognize the all the plants. Yes. Now we will continue. Question answers we have read. Now open the page number 201. 201. Match the following is there. You can do it by yourself. By seeing this diagram, by seeing these pictures, you have to remember. See, desert plant, cactus, give the example. Then aquatic plants, water lily, plains, banyan tree, mountainous, pine, see the pine, and coastal areas, coconut tree, muddy swamps, mangrove tree. So like this you can do the match the following. Then name of the plant and adaptations and functions. This you can read and write by yourself for the practice, for your practice. If you don't do it also, it's okay. Otherwise I'll show you in the table. Name of the tree, adaptation, breathing roots, functions, grows out of the soil. Banyan, money plant, rubber plant, name of the plant, coconut tree. Second is coconut tree, thick shiny leaves, tolerate strong wind and reflect to the strong sunlight. Okay, thick shiny leaves formed of many long strips. The third one is lotus plant, roots fixed to the bed of the pond, prevents the plant from rotting. Okay, then water hyacinth, light and spongy, floats on water. So these are the 2. Then fifth is cactus plant, leaves are converted to sharp spines, prevent loss of water from the surface. And sixth is fir tree, tall, straight and cone shaped, for snow to slide off their branches easily. So these are the table we have completed. Now turn the page for multiple choice questions and answers. Page number 202. You can see first one is, this is an evergreen plant, pine, teak, lotus. So B is the correct answer, teak. This plant floats on water, water lily, tape grass, duckweed. Duckweed floats on water. The leaves of this plant are needle-like. Fir, rubber, neem. So A, fir. Tape grass and pondweed do not have stem, roots or stomata. C, stomata is the correct one. This part makes food for a desert plant. Leaf, root or stem. So you can see the desert plant. This is the Opuntia plant. You can do the practice of this plant drawing here. With this we have completed the revision of this second lesson. Okay. In the next class we'll do the next lessons revision. Thank you.